Hello, I'm TanaTamBOTC channel, and I think people are really jumping to conclusions and very gullible to believe things, and I hate the thumbnails. Like, if you think my thumbnail is a clickbait, then you won't believe some of the other thumbnails, and they're also technically lying to you, or at least the thumbnail is lying to you and not so much the video. Some of the videos do lean into the direction of what the title is, other ones probably not so much and try to find ways around it. But God, don't lie with your freaking titles, bro. But I wanted to get into the Bethesda. It is not easy to just simply one does not simply lose a license to a game. And isn't it owned by ZeniMax technically? As well as Bethesda is able to still sell and keep other live service Fallout games. So I'm pretty sure they can make Fallout games. And I talked back and forth with Dave over this. Let's see if I can find where I started. So I was asking him, do you think people are gullible? People just jump into the conclusion, or are they right to the conclusion of they lost the license because Obsidian's making a Fallout game? And wasn't there also talk that both Obsidian and Bethesda would make a Fallout game, or could make a Fallout game? Just because Obsidian is making one right now doesn't mean that they have lost the license to it. Like these stupid thumbnails I'm about to get into, and what they say kind of seem like they're trying to say. Uh, and even if they're not saying that, they're still very stupid thumbnails. They're still very stupid, in my opinion, and really jumping to conclusions. ZeniMax owns a license, and they talk about, of course, how Decision Dude. Of course, I talk about how like Xbox frickin' owns them and is able to like make the final say on that kind of stuff. They can make some decision making, but it isn't like they can straight up just take away the license altogether. It is not that easy. You also have to think about, is this still a game that's going to be technically published by either ZeniMax or Bethesda? Remember how Obsidian was the developers of New Vegas, but Bethesda was still the publishers. So people also didn't really think about that either. And I was wrong about Luke Stevens, by the way. I don't think Luke Stevens, at least I think I'm wrong on that, was talking about it, but there were definitely other YouTubers that were doing this kind of like clickbaity crap. And Dave brought out how, yeah, they aren't shutting down these, they can still sell the other games, technically, so they do technically. And of course, we came back to the conclusion of could they make a Fallout game if they wanted to? Pretty much. That is a yes. Remember, there's the contingent of weird New Vegas stands that seem to hate everything Bethesda. They think that could be a good thing somehow. So maybe this is also coming from New Vegas fans. Once again, who, other than New Vegas fans themselves, who likes New Vegas fans? It kind of seems like New Vegas fans give themselves a bad rap because they just make themselves look worse. Is this what you want to look like, New Vegas fans? Can you at least like hate Bethesda Fallout games without looking like a bunch of pretentious pricks? You just make yourselves look bad with this kind of crap. And I don't know if these people are the equivalent of that, but look at these thumbnails. I even watched parts of some of these, and they were basically going into how they basically did lost Fallout, and then they try to make it so smug with their goddamn videos and everything, and it's just like, bro, they did not simply lose the license, and I don't know like what worst fear, what because Obsidian's making a Fallout game instead of them. This is, yeah, no kidding, it's slop. It's ridiculous that people are jumping to such gullible conclusions. I don't know what is wrong with people. I wanted to get a second opinion on this because of just how ridiculously overblown this stuff is and just out of proportions it is. So, in conclusion, unless there is much more evidence, receipts even, that they have legit lost the license, then people need to back off. Also, this thing's in my frickin' face. Oh,
Show me
hello,
the
Dave.
receipts.
Yeah, I'm recording a video, by the way. I was talking about everything we just went over in chat here. What do you have to add to this, if anything?
I I I think it's mainly based in wishful thinking from people.
Let me show you these thumbnails, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, Bethesda just lost Fallout. Todd lost Fallout. And then everyone else just like jumping on that.
Bethesda's worst nightmare came true. They lost it. What do you think of these dumbass thumbnails?
Kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing as well. It's like it's catering to that crowd that mainly believes that it's like the game. Like New Vegas is the only like good Fallout game, or it's like the best one and the rest ones aren't great.
Yeah. They
Because
I will admit they
there's
make
this
really good
weird,
Fallout games, but there are still
yeah,
strengths to Bethesda games as well that they were able to bring over. Take, for
it's
example,
just
I've
this
talked,
weird cult following, man.
yeah, kind of like
Like, yeah, it's great.
Asmongold's
It's a
cult
it's a great
following.
ass game, but like, dude,
Yeah, people need to chill out, bro. Like, frick off.
it's like okay,
With the,
if they
it's
if they
so pretentious, it's up fricking Zack Snyder's ass right now.
if they straight up lost the rights, right? Like if they lost the rights, is Obsidian going to be working with Amazon Prime for the next season of the show?
That's true too. That's true too. That's another good point.
It's like, oh, but then it'd be like, oh, but they
People
they
just
only
are
lost the
not.
game rights, not the film rights. It's not the rights. Maybe it's like Big Daddy Xbox is saying like this is what you're going to do, but it's not like losing the rights.
And people are like treating it as if they lost Fallout altogether. They clearly have not. They could probably still make Fallout 5. They just need to get freaking Elder Scrolls 6 out the door. It's just ridiculous how people are
Well, they're
jumping
gonna
to
get Elder
such
Scrolls 6 out the
conclusions.
door. They're gonna do DLC. They're gonna do
What
Creation
is
Club
your
stuff.
thoughts too on the RPG not calling Elder Scrolls 6 a RPG? I've already talked about this.
It's so silly, dude.
Yeah, it's I also forgot to add another thing to my conversation, but it should be the last thing people are worrying about with Elder Scrolls 6, honestly. Should be the last thing. It kind of feels like people are just coming up with new dumb excuses now because they can't think of any others. But it should be the last thing you have a problem with with the
Let's
next Elder
see.
Scrolls. Like there are so many other things to worry about with it. But an RPG is not defined by dialogue systems and choices. That is not what makes an RPG definitive, because if that's the case, like you were saying, most JRPGs or even Final Fantasy probably wouldn't be counted as RPGs or even have RPG in the name. Because a lot of those don't have those kind of choices. So,
You want to piss people off?
sure, they're already pissed off.
Open the Steam. Let me link it in the Steam store. Just go here.
Okay. And stuff like
It's action RPG. Let's see what it shows. What's next? Scroll through those top games. I'd go back to the top, see what the
oh,
headlining ones are, because one of them for mine was pretty funny. Monster Hunter, action RPG, whatever the heck that is. I don't know that one either. I, yup. Yeah, come on, show what I saw. Come on. Grand Blue game, okay. See that action RPG? Warframe is like technically RPG. Diablo, action RPG. People can be pissed off. Ah, see, I'm seeing something a bit different. Let me share a screen instead for a sec.
Okay.
Hold on, let me.
Let me know when you're on it.
Yep, I am doing it. Entire screen now. So, action RPG Horizon Forbidden West.
That's true.
It's like, yep, it's an action RPG.
That is true.
Enshrouded action RPG. Sword Art Online action RPG, Warhammer Dark Tide. This is more of a shooter, but it has RPG mechanics. Monster
Yeah,
Hunter as
there's
well.
Monster
That
Hunter.
game. Dead Island. I don't know anything about this to
I
say.
think it does have role playing elements, yes.
Is it
Because
like just is it just like progression or
it's probably
literal
progression.
RPG?
People are only
No one can argue with that
thinking
one.
of certain things when it comes to an RPG,
Yeah.
and it's freaking ridiculous.
What else we have here? Oh yeah, Fallout
There
New
are
Vegas.
various different aspects. See, Dark Souls, I knew it. Dark
hmm
Souls is on freaking
Oh, if
RPG.
anyone tries to tell me
Frick
that Dark Souls
off.
isn't an action RPG, I would probably argue with them for like an hour.
Yeah, the
Like, I'm
Souls
not gonna
games
lie, I
are
would be on my phone
RPGs.
tapping away for
You
like an
pick a
hour.
role, like Actman said, role playing. Oh, gee, I wonder what role I should play in this game.
That was
You're
just a
creating a
JRPG. I don't remember
role.
what that
You're
is.
playing a knight or a
I don't know that.
paladin or a freaking mage or something. Those
System
are
Shock 2.
roles, and you are playing them in a game.
System Shock. Why don't I have this on my wish list? System Shock
Hell,
2
there
is
are games
definitely an
that don't even
RPG.
have like that only have one role or force you to play one role, like The Witcher or Kingdom Come Deliverance, where you're stuck as those main characters and you can't choose anything else.
hmm
You don't have the decisions slash the
Oh, Kami, huh?
choices to make in those scenarios. So
Be like,
what the frick is wrong with people jumping to the conclusion of, oh, they better not call Elder
here. Look at
Scrolls 6
System
an
Shock 2. Look at
RPG?
System
There are
Shock 2.
various different elements.
Since when has System Shock 2 had like massive like dialogue and decisions choices?
Yeah.
It's an RPG, man.
Wouldn't BioShock technically be there
Any
too? Because it's
yeah,
yeah,
anything that's an immersive sim is an RPG in my eyes.
yeah.
Because you are if it's an immersive sim, you're immersed, you are
What's
role
that?
playing in that world.
There's also what is that game that there's even games that don't have combat at all that are considered RPGs. I'm trying to remember the name of the game. I'm forgetting it now. Um,
I can't
Damn it.
think of one, but well, I'd say Stardew's an RPG.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same
Stellar
kind of
Blade.
RPG, and it doesn't have like quote unquote RPG. Well, it has a little bit, I think, of like skill progression,
Yeah.
but like skill point progression. But it's yeah, your stamina upgrades and everything. It's an RPG. Like you can't
Control,
tell me
isn't
it's
it?
not.
Yeah.
Oh, third person shooter
I feel like people
RPG.
have lost what mean.
Mass
Oh
Effect
my gosh.
Andromeda.
Oh my gosh. It's a terrible.
Okay, this
It
one's just
is.
third
It
person
is an
shooter.
RPG. I will say that, but it is a
Action
terrible
RPG. Oh.
RPG.
Metal Gear Solid Master Collection 2. That makes sense because of Peace Walker, actually.
Oh, yep, yep. That is a weird
That
one, actually, but yeah,
I
I
was confused,
understand
but
that.
Peace Walker, yeah.
Yeah, Peace Walker, yeah. But
Alpha
if you wanted to
Protocol.
say that Elder Scrolls 6 is probably going to be, even though we know nothing of Elder Scrolls 6 yet, we haven't really seen anything, so who are people to judge?
Look at that. You can smell it. You can smell the slop. Look at this AI crap.
Yeah, that's.
Look, trying to be Red Dead looking ass. Mostly negative
Yeah,
51 reviews.
yep, deserved. Um,
What the
but
heck is that?
I wish I remembered that game. But yeah, it's just ridiculous the conclusions people jump
I
to.
want to check
I
this
think
out
it's
later.
incredibly stupid
This is one of
and
them weird ass
ignorant.
cult indies. I'm in. I'm gonna check that
People
out.
need to not jump to those conclusions. Need to think for themselves. They need to like also not jump to the conclusion that something's not an RPG. Like
Oh yeah,
the
Ultimate
the
Drummer.
perception of RPGs nowadays has just been frickin' ruined. Like people do not have the right perception of RPGs anymore.
The conversation is very strange.
Yeah, the conversation has turned really weird, and it's not a good weird. Yeah, there's so many games that are technically RPGs that wouldn't seem like RPGs. There's Fallout 4, by the way. I see it.
Lunacid, I gotta play Lunacid.
Yeah, and there's strengths to Bethesda
Permutation.
as with
Oh,
Obsidian, their strengths lie in stuff like the dialogue, the writing, and the choices, where Bethesda's strengths lie in stuff like exploration, uh, the reward, and well,
to piss more people off.
Starfield. The reason I don't like Starfield as much is because it's weak in the exploration part.
But
It
is it an
doesn't do.
RPG?
It is an RPG. It still counts.
It's just not that great of an RPG.
Yeah. I
You can
still like
argue.
it
You can
somewhat.
argue
I haven't
if
played
it's
Outer
great.
Worlds
You can't
2.
argue that
I
it is
need to
one.
play that. But
Oh,
there can still be
Peripateia.
bad RPGs though. If you were to say Elder Scrolls 6 when it comes out and we all find out it's mediocre or sucks or something or just disappointing, I feel like it's just going to be disappointing.
Like
Then you
check
can
out this
say
indie
it's a
game as
bad
well.
RPG. But if you were to just say it's not an
Frontside picnic,
RPG
good
at
reference.
all, that is really just people being blind as hell. Really
Or
just
just being
being
like, I don't
blind.
like this game, so I don't want to qualify it as one.
Yeah. Well, too bad. It is. So
Yeah.
frick off.
Well, check out this
And
game
then
too.
they
This
have
indie
to
game,
utilize
Peripateia. It's an
big
immersive sim,
YouTubers to
just like
sway their
Deus
opinion,
Ex.
like Luke Stevens and stuff, just so that they get the edge over it. Let's hope that people like Luke Stevens, though, uh, is a lot smarter to see around that, around their audience, trying to manipulate the situation.
Yeah, it's
So,
like people are jumping on that headline.
yeah, it's stupid. It's really stupid.
And more on the topic, check out this game right here, Peripateia. It is like slightly anime, like grimy cyberpunk, uh, immersive sim, kind of like Deus Ex in some ways, but it's it's just an indie game. Came out like about a year ago, but
Cyberpunk's a bad RPG.
yeah,
I stand
but
by
like
that.
it's an immersive sim. It's an RPG. You're the way you act in an immersive sim is the role playing.
Yeah.
You don't need dialogue in an immersive sim to be like the way you solve problems itself is role playing in these kind
Yeah.
of games.
There
And that's fascinating to me.
once again, there are different types of RPGs, and then there's also different elements of RPGs as so people just don't think either of those can exist
What the
apparently
hell's
or
that? Oh,
because
okay.
like what you said before, they just want to sway the situation in their perspective and or opinion. They want to
Command and
have control
conquer.
over it. And I think those people need to get lost, piss off, and I would hope that other people would be smart enough to see through that disguise and that stupidity and say, piss off, will ya? Piss off, trot long, will ya?
Nah.
That's my
Blade 2?
favorite
Oh,
line
yeah.
from Bloodborne. Just a dude saying, trot long, will ya? But
Tugma,
yeah,
will ya?
it's freaking ridiculous, the entire situation. Hey, look, Zenless Zone Zero. Is that going to piss people off?
Zussy.
Oh, God. We haven't watched freaking Iron Pineapple or whatever in a
I
while.
know.
I wonder if he even has something new. But yeah, anyways, I think that's everything I wanted to cover.
Yo, Dino Blade. Shout out Dino Blade.
Dino Blade? Oh yeah.
That
I haven't
game is
seen
just
much on
sick.
that. I should. Yeet.
It's in dev. It doesn't look like I don't think to me it's going to
Isn't
be
Minecraft
quite worth it
technically
yet.
an RPG?
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna say yes.
hell yeah.
What do we have
I think
here?
it is. You can technically make it an RPG just
Gothic
by.
remake.
Yep.
Oh, that's out. I
I
forgot it
think
was
we
out.
already knew that was RPG. But yeah,
Hmm.
Minecraft's an interesting one because that is an RPG. That counts.
And
Uh,
apparently, okay, there's
RPG is
mixed
also
reviews
just a
on Dragon's
really
Dogma 2, right? But
yeah
there's like a whole discussion to be had about the nature of its narrative when you get like the true ending. The true ending is like it's breaking the cycle and it thrusts you into this like hell world instead of letting you finish the game like you're quote unquote supposed to as if it was playing the first game again.
yeah.
So it's like half it's people
I
act
think
like it's a
that
bit of a remake and like kind of disparage it for that, but I really respect the way they did the narrative.
RPGs, look, God of War is a RPG. I think that RPGs is a giant pool of
It
gaming
means
that
so
like
much.
so many games can be considered an RPG.
Okay, Ghost of Tsushima,
Yep, Ghost of Tsushima. Yep.
action RPG.
Mm-hmm.
You want to piss someone off? All of the Arkham games.
Yeah, yep, yep,
Someone's gonna be mad.
yep. Kingdom Hearts, yep. Metaphor, of course, Metaphor. I haven't
Oh
played
yeah.
Metaphor yet. I
Control
should.
Resident is like actually a hack and slash game, so
Yeah, but
I
it
want
is
that so
also an
bad.
action and RPG. It's still got some elements of like an
Mm.
RPG. There's some little
Minecraft
elements.
Dungeons.
Yep, yep.
That's just like a pretty good game.
It's basically Diablo, Minecraft. Minecraft
Yeah,
Diablo. Yep.
Diablo but cool.
Yeah, there's
That might
so
piss
many
someone
things.
off.
Hey, this is a video that's probably gonna piss anybody off anyways. Who gives a crap? Yeah, there's Middle Earth, Middle Earth, of
Dungeons
course.
2.
I haven't even like seen much on Dungeons 2 yet. Yeah, there's so many games that can be considered RPGs. So people need to be, I'm sorry, but you're gonna be pissed either way, whether
And
you
this is
want to agree or
exclusively
not.
under action RPG right now.
Yeah. This is just under action RPG. If we
You know
went
what?
to
Let's see what
other
happens.
RPG sections, it would be even more, or other things in
If I go
general.
categories, strategy and tactical role playing. I don't know. What if I just go under RPG itself? But
Yeah.
yeah, like space colonizing, or sorry, space whatever tactical RPG. Another tactical RPG. Some anime stuff. Slay the Spire. That's an RPG, and it's a card battler, or it's a deck based RPG. Might and Magic, Darkest Dungeon.
You saw the title of Luke Stevens' video.
I did not because that was on. It wasn't one of the ones that you covered.
Let me see if I can find it again. So, Luke Stevens. I can't remember if what's actually said in it is exactly what the title is getting at, because I think he's reading off of somebody else's comment trying to suggest it. Let me see if I can
Oh yeah, so
find it.
it's like one of the stream clips
Yeah,
that explains it. Then
but it's how he titled the video that was
yeah,
really
it's the
stupid.
clickbait that's weird.
Yeah, let's see. Yes, 6.
Oh, there's a weird one.
Because I think it was like a clip, maybe. Oh,
Have you
there it
seen this?
is. There it is. Calling the Elder Scrolls 6 an RPG could backfire on Bethesda.
Right. Bethesda
Bethesda
can't
can't
win this
win this
fight.
fight.
It could
And
determine
then
its
you got
reception.
pictures of Kingdom Come Deliverance's main character. You got Ciri from The Witcher, and you got a story in from Baldur's Gate 3. Now, Baldur's Gate 3 is most definitively a role playing game no matter what, but you can make the argument that if we were
It's
just counting the role playing part, The Witcher and Kingdom Come Deliverance don't freaking count because you are forced forced to play a single role in a single character. You cannot choose another role. You are stuck as either Ciri, Geralt, or whatever the frick this dude's name was again. I forgot his name.
what was his name?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I had
But
it on the
yeah,
tip
you
of
are
my tongue, and then it was gone.
forced to play their story. Also, The Witcher is bound by certain elements of the books it's based on. Take, for example, The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 has multiple endings. Endings where Ciri can straight up die, by the way. And who's the main character of the next Witcher game? Ciri. Because it's restricted and it's specifically saying who the specific ending that Witcher 3 is going off of, that means that only a certain ending is canon. And not only that, but in the last couple books, I believe, of The Witcher, Ciri does essentially become the main character after Geralt. So, yeah. You're still playing a Witcher, though. You're still playing the role of a Witcher. You're not you're not playing some other role. You're not even though there's elves, archers, rogues, and dwarves that exist technically in that universe, sorcerers, sorceress, whatever, magic, just magic
There's
type
not much
people.
gameplay style.
Yeah,
I was gonna say there's not much gameplay style
if
choices,
you
but
were
it's
gonna make
kind
it
of wrong
more
because
of the RPG
it's
in the sense of,
basically
yeah, go ahead.
it's Arkham, but instead of it's sort of Arkham, but instead of gadgets, you have potions
Or a
and stuff.
naughty hell, it feels like a Naughty Dog game turned in with RPG elements. Because they're also focused on realism and having cinematic cutscenes that take you out of the game, and you kind of just can't leave those dialogue situations whenever you want to, like you can in a Elder Scrolls game, uh, or at least in frickin' Skyrim. Uh, Because literally, you could start a conversation with someone, be mid talking to them, and you could just literally back out and walk away while they're still talking.
That's probably
Where,
very funny.
yeah, where you can't do that in a game like The Witcher or Kingdom Come. Once you start a conversation, you have to end it more through a manual means by selecting the option to leave. Uh, but yeah, they just throw a bunch of stuff that just shoves that stuff into your face. Let's see how Bethesda frames the Elder Scrolls 6 could determine the reception. So that's what's in the description right here, or whatever, of Luke Stevens clips. So this is still technically Luke Stevens' fault, this frickin' title, though, or whoever makes the titles for him, if it's
Hmm.
him or not. This is still a really dumb title. And this is the last thing somebody should be complaining about with the Elder Scrolls 6, and we haven't even seen the Elder Scrolls 6 yet. So uh, people are just trying to find things, just trying to find random crap. And it's just really stupid.
They have
There's just
nothing to
so much
actually
stupid.
talk about. That's why.
Yeah, they're trying to find things to talk about. They're running out of things to talk about because there's
Like,
not
oh,
much to talk about. Yeah,
what if people don't like that it's being called an RPG? What if people are like expecting so much more than they actually managed to deliver?
yeah.
It's like, buddy, we don't have to worry about that yet.
I would say worry after we've seen
It'll
more on
still
the Elder
count
Scrolls
technically,
6.
but you can't worry just yet.
Yeah, you can't worry just yet. Yeah. Like, come on. Worry after. Be patient, dumbasses. But anyways, I'm going to end the video there. You have an awesome day. I hope you found something interesting from this video. Bye
We
bye.
kind of just
Say bye,
yapped for
dude.
a bit too, but you know.
Yeah, but we had a lot of contributing factors. I think were very important, and that made a lot of sense compared to this stuff, which people are making no sense, or at least trying to make sense of something, but there's not a reason to. Yeah.
All right.
Bye.